Hi, MOVATI, and welcome. Namaste. My name is Sue, and this is Hatha Yoga. This afternoon, we're going to work on lots of back work. Also, we're going to concentrate on pelvic floor lift, Mula Bandha, today. You may want to use some blocks today. If you have some blocks, bring them to your mat to be very useful for some of the postures we'll be doing today. So I'd like to just invite you in, come have a sit, and we'll get started. So just come into a nice cross-legged position. If you want to sit up on a block, feel free to do that to open up your hip flexors and hamstrings. And just find those sit bones and sit nice and tall. And as we practice today, I just want you to pay attention to your body. If you've got any injuries or anything you need to take care of, please do so. And as we practice, if you feel any pain in any of your joints, I'd like you to back off the pose so that you can just find some space where your body feels good today. And try not to have any expectations of your practice. If just whatever unfolds on the mat today is all good. All right, so let's just get into some centering here. So find your sit bones, sit nice and tall, lengthen your spine. And just let the hands come to the knees, or you can have the thumb and first finger together in that beautiful mudra posture, connecting the energy within yourself and to the universe. And let's just close the eyes and find your breath. Let's just take a moment to notice our surroundings. Notice the temperature in the room, the energy that surrounds you. And let's bring awareness inwards, noticing how our physical body feels today. Is there any stiffness or soreness anywhere? Or does your body feel very loose and limber? Notice your mood. Bring awareness to your heart and Hatha chakra. How do you feel today? Bring awareness to your mind. Is your mind present? Or is it busy from your thoughts of the day? I'd like you to bring awareness to your pelvic floor, that space between your two sit bones, your pubic bone, and your tailbone. Think of that triangle. And your pelvic floor is your perineum muscle. And I'd like you to gently lift the center of that muscle, the center of your pelvic floor. All right, it's a gentle lift, not forcing. And notice as you lift how it starts to contract your core. And then just release. Let's do that again. Let's lift the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, drawing up earth energy. And release. Now, as we're drawing up our pelvic floor, we're engaging where our root chakra is. And our root chakra is where we feel grounded, where we feel safe, right? And as we practice today, we will talk a little bit more about the Mula Bandha, harnessing that energy down at our root. So let's breathe in through the nose, let the breath travel down in front of the spine and fill the belly, letting the belly rise with breath. As we exhale, belly comes down, breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. Nice, deep abdominal breath. And as we start to breathe deeper into our bellies, starting to send a message to the brain to relax, let go, switch off, which can help reduce tension and stress in the body and helps change our state of mind. And as we breathe down into the belly, let's think about a three-dimensional breath through the sides, through our back as well. bringing lots of oxygen down into the organs, helping detoxify the body, lowering our blood pressure, lowering heart rate. All these beautiful benefits of deep belly breath. And know that this breath is available to you at any moment of any day. Let's start to expand our out-breath. Let it be twice as long as the in-breath. And when we breathe out, where can you let go? Through the jaw, the shoulders, the hips, fingers, toes. Let's do 3 more deep belly breaths, focusing on that exhale. When you're ready, just flutter the eyes open. And just bring the hands to the thighs. We're going to inhale, circle forward. And as we exhale, draw the belly in and around the back. Nice big round circles with the torso. Starting to mobilize the spine. Breathe in and breathe out. And as we work the spine today, it is one of the places in our body where most people during some time in their life have injury, stiffness, soreness. Let's work in the opposite direction. Breathe in and breathe out. So as we start to strengthen our spine, it really helps our overall well-being, our overall health. Let's do one more. Breathe in, center. And exhale and come back to center. Breathe in, reach tall. And as we exhale, right hand comes down, left hand reaches up and over. Little side body stretch. And as we lean, I'd like you to breathe into your left rib cage. Inhale, center, lengthen. Exhale over to the other side now. The upper arm is soft, gentle, little bend in the elbow, fingers are relaxed. Breathing into the ribs here, those intercostal muscles. Inhale, reach tall. And as we exhale, let the left hand come to the right thigh, right hand plants beside the hip, and just look over the right shoulder. The important thing here in this beautiful twist is to think about length in your spine right up to the crown of the head. That creates space between the vertebrae and allows a little more twist. Come back to center, breathe in. And as we exhale, looking over the opposite shoulder. Keeping nice and tall. And using your eyes now to find this beautiful twist. Twisting's very detoxifying as we massage the organs. And coming back to center. Let's come to the hands and knees. And we'll come right to wide leg child's pose. So knees will come wide. Take your left hand through to the right side. Let the shoulder drop down. The right hand can relax beside your head, or it can wrap behind the back. Your choice. Now your hips can be high or low here. It doesn't matter. Whatever the body will give you here today. And let's take some nice deep breaths here. Beautiful opening of hips.
Working spine and also opening the shoulder if the hand's wrapped. Deep belly breath, seeing what we can let go of right here, right now. And it's very habitual for your body to want to hold on. So we have to really concentrate with the breath to let go. Three more breaths here. Where can you soften? Let your hand come from behind the back to the mat. Push yourself up, and let's take that right hand through to the left side this time. Head coming down. Left arm can relax beside the head or wrap in behind. Just settling in with the breath. Trying to find some space into your belly, ribs, and lower back. Seeing where we can let go. Three more breaths here. Nice long exhale. If your hand's behind the back, bring it back to the mat. Place yourself up. We'll come back up onto the hands and knees in horse stance. I want you to think of drawing the belly upwards. Taking right hand and left arm reaching out. Flex your foot. We're going to bring the elbow and knee together. Inhale. And as we exhale, we'll breathe out with a ha sound. So let's do that together. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale and round. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good work. Hand and leg comes down. Let the left leg come out. Let the right hand come up. Reaching up, opening the heart and shoulders. The foot can touch down. It can lift off. Or if you want a little more, bend your knee. Let the heel come towards your butt. And open up the chest, the heart center, and Hatha chakra. Opening the shoulders, the hips. Getting a nice stretch through the quadricep muscle. Just breathe. And release. Let's come back to center. This time, left hand, right foot. Inhale. Exhale. And again, breathe in. Breathe out. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Let it go. Hand and leg comes down. This time the right foot turns out. Left hand reaches up, reaching for the sun. The toe can touch down. You can lift off, or you can bend your knee, bring your foot towards your buttocks, and get that nice stretch through the hips and quadricep muscle. And notice how that just opens up your heart center. Stay with your breath. And release. Come back to center. And let's tuck the toes under, lift the hips. Just walking the dog, drawing the heels downwards. Spread your fingers, push some weight into the hands and fingers. Just starting to wake up those hamstrings and calves, right down into your heels and ankles. Let's draw the heels downward, right into downward facing dog. Put some weight into the hands to activate the arms. Belly's drawing in to support the spine. Let's walk your feet towards your hands. Let's take a moment in a nice forward fold here, creating space between your vertebrae. If you want, you can grab your biceps as you fold in. If it's too much, bend your knees, let the elbows come to your thighs to help support your back today. If your back's feeling a little sore, that's a nice option. And as we fold, just getting the mind to relax, let go. Release the arms, and we're just gently gonna roll ourselves up. Draw the belly in, squeeze your buttocks as slow as we bring ourselves up to a standing position. Bring your toes together, heels slightly apart. We're gonna go right into crescent half moon. I want you to think of lifting your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. So we're drawing from that earth energy. As we do Mula Bandha, when it releases, first of all, when you do the Bandha, it sends energy up the spine, opens up blockages so that when you release, it flushes down and we can clear some of those channels that may be blocked. So let's breathe in, lift your pelvic floor, thumbs wrap, intertwine the fingers and index fingers rise. Let's inhale, reach tall. As we exhale, it's a little side to side. We're just starting to warm up the spine here. Right into crescent half moon, breathe in and lengthen. And as we exhale, let's come over to the right side. Now, as we come to the side, I'd like you to think about engaging your core, squeezing your butt. Right? And just coming to your natural edge, not forcing anything here, not pushing yourself downwards. Stay with your breath, ears inside the arms. Keeping that pelvic floor lifted. Drawing from that earth energy. Inhale back to center, lengthen. Exhale over to the other side. Core is engaged, lifting your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. And noticing when you lift your pelvic floor, how it really starts to engage your core. Come back to center, bend the knees, breathe in. I want you to lift, squeeze the butt. Inhale up, exhale, let it go. Little back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, we're just going to tip from the hips, come halfway, ears inside the arms. And I'd like you to think of an extension from your tailbone right through the crown of the head. Your abdominals are engaged here to support the back. Inhale up. As we exhale, hands come in behind. Intertwine your fingers, press the shoulder blades together. Open up your stance, breathe in. And as we breathe out, let the hands come right up over the head. Open up the shoulder blades here. Allowing gravity to take over. Just breathe. Push to the feet and rise. Beautiful. Release the hands and let's come to the top of our mats. We're going to go right into sun salutation. Engage the core, squeeze the butt, and breathe in and out through every movement. So let's go. Breathe and lengthen. Exhale, sit into the heels, an intense pose, Utkatasana. Breathe in. And as we exhale, let's fold all the way to the mat. Inhale, step or jump your feet back into our plank position. Core is strong. Forward and down, lower ourselves halfway. Inhale, rise and shine, open the heart. Exhale, down dog. Look forward. Right foot springs up to right hand, left foot turns out, come on up.
And we're going right into warrior one. That front knee is right over the ankle, tracking second and third toes. Shoulders draw down away from the ears. Your heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. Now eye gaze out past your front hand. Breathe in. And as we breathe out, let's sink just a little deeper. Stay with your breath. Inhale, straighten your front leg. As we exhale, reach long. And let's revolve the arms and come right into Trikonasana, triangle. Now you can come high here, or you can come low. Try to keep the spine nice and straight, lower ribs coming around. Keep your focus. There's a bit of balance with this one, so focus your attention somewhere in front of you. Trikonasana, very open pose, opening shoulders, hips, heart center. Bend your front knee, front hand rises, back hand comes down the back leg, and sink into those hips. Exalted warrior. Let's push into that back foot. Feel the ridge of the back foot in the mat. Open your toes, ground yourself. Now let's Mula Bandha. Let's lift that pelvic floor. Breathe. Let that hand come down, square your hips off, hands come to the floor, foot steps back, and we're right into our plank position. Forward and down, lower ourselves halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, left foot springs up to left hand, right foot turns out, inhale and rise, exhale and sink. This is all about the breath now. Shoulders relaxed. Core is engaged. Lift your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, and breathe. Focus your eyes in front. Concentrate. Strong, powerful warrior. Inhale, straighten your front leg. As we exhale, reach long. And then just revolve the arms. You can come high or low in triangle. Your choice. Let your ribs come around, reaching tall. Squeeze your inner thighs together. And if the shoulder gets stuck, just circle your arm around. And sometimes that opens up that ball and socket joint, and it helps you to open up to reach high. Gives you more mobility in that shoulder blade. Bend your front knee, front hand rises, back hand comes down the back leg, and sink in. Think of the hips being heavy and very light up through the ribs to the crown of the head. So the spine is lengthening here. Lift your pelvic floor. Let your hand come down, square your hips off. Hands come down, foot steps back into your high plank. Forward and down, lower yourself halfway. Breathe in, open the heart center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step or jump your feet to forward fold. Sit into your heels and come into Utkatasana. Push to the feet and rise. Breathe in and lengthen spine. Exhale and hands to side in Tadasana. And again, notice the warmth of the body. Notice your breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step or jump your feet back into that plank position. Forward and down, halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot springs up to right hand, left foot turns out, come on back. Right back into our warrior two. Letting the hips get heavy, maybe coming a little deeper now that we're warmed up. Open those toes. Staying with that breath. Lift the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Straighten your front leg. Inhale. As we exhale, reach long. And then revolve the arms into triangle. High or low, your choice. Let the lower ribs come around as we reach high. Again, feel free to circle your upper arm if you want more mobility in that shoulder. Bend your front knee, front hand rises, back hand comes down the back leg. Exalted warrior. Stay with your breath. Let your hand come down, square your hips off, foot steps back. Forward and down, lower yourself halfway. Inhale, rise and shine, open your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time the left foot springs up, right foot turns out. Come on up and settle in. Here we are. Can you feel the heat? That's the circulation, right? The blood circulation as we breathe through sun salutations. Breathe in, exhale, let's sink a little deeper. Also, as we start to get into our warrior poses, notice the strength postures. It really starts to heat the body. A little bit more work. Lift the pelvic floor. Yes. Inhale, straighten your front leg. As we exhale, reach long. And then revolve the arms. Come into triangle. You can come high here or low, your choice. Big wingspan. Triangle pose. Or it's also known as three-angle pose. 3 triangles. 1 triangle between your feet and your pubic bone. Another from your hand and foot to the armpit. The other is an imaginary triangle from both feet to your top hand. Bend your front knee. Front hand rises. Back hand comes down the back leg. And sink into those hips. Celebrate. Rejoice. Lift the pelvic floor. Beautiful. Lift, the hand comes down, square off your hips. Hands come down, foot steps back. High plank. Come down halfway. Inhale, open the heart center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step or jump your feet to your hands into your fold. Push to the feet and rise, reach tall, salute the sun. Exhale, hands to side in Tadasana. Beautiful. Hopefully you've warmed up a little bit. I'd like to continue with balance, and balance is one of the first things that starts to leave us as we age. And I think it's really important that you practice your balance every day. So we're going to start with pyramid pose. We'll send the left leg back, right foot comes forward. And your feet and heels are forward, like on train tracks, and they're about hip distance apart. Now this is one where the blocks can be handy. If you have blocks, keep them handy. All right, so as we inhale, I want lengthened spine. And as we exhale, we're gonna fold over that front leg. All right, now for some of us, blocks can be handy to just rest the hands there, or you can come up higher, hands to your quadriceps. If you want more, you can come folding over that front leg. This is a beautiful hamstring stretch. And as we fold, starting to relax the mind, letting go of any fears or anything you're holding on to. If you want more here, the hands can come behind the back, right? And it's a bit more of a balance pose. And trying to keep that front leg fairly straight, gentle bend in that knee, so we get that stretch to the hamstrings.
Release the arms. Step your back foot in, bend your knees, and roll yourself up. Let's switch to the other side. Again, feet are hip distance apart for stability. Inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, we're going to tip from the hips. Gently come forward. Blocks if you need. Coming right over that front leg, just draping your body over. Hands can be down or they can be behind. Your choice. Just finding where it feels good for your body this morning, this afternoon, whenever you may be doing your practice today. Letting go. What can you let go of right here, right now? Lift your pelvic floor. Stay grounded. Release the arms. Bring your feet together and slowly roll yourself up. Beautiful. We're going to go right into half moon. I'd like you can use the blocks for this one if you like. So we're going to start on the left side. The right foot will step back, okay? Just to start, bring your hand on your hip. We'll bring our weight into the left foot. We're going to hinge from the hip. And the hand will come down to the block or the floor, your choice. We're going to lift the back foot. If you want more, let that hand rise and open up. So half moon, very open position, opening through the heart center, balance, and most of our weight is in the standing foot. Hardly any weight into the fingertips here. Maybe flex your back foot, get more stability in the pose. And when you're ready, let that hand come back down, foot comes down, and roll yourself up. Beautiful. Let's go to the other side. Again, if you want to use the block here, think about just using your fingertips as you come down. So you can find most of the weight is in your balancing leg. Okay? So either use the block on any side, or you can come right to the mat, open the hip, and when you're ready, open up the shoulder. You can flex your foot. Find your space to breathe. When you're ready, let that hand come down, let that foot come down, and roll yourself up. Beautiful. Lots of concentration and balance, lots of presence. Notice if your mind starts to wander, your pose starts to wander. So I really want you to focus on and concentrate with your eyes. Use your eyes to find some space to focus on, to find your stillness. Okay. Next one is revolved triangle. We're going to start with the left foot forward, the right foot comes back, the foot turns out. We're going to take the right hand high. We'll keep the left hand on the hip to start. Inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, we're going to come across the body. You can come right to that block. Now the block can be high or it can be low, or you can come to the mat. The big thing here is I want you to keep turning, keep revolving. Hand can stay on the hip. If you want more, reach high. Pravrita Trikonasana, revolve triangle. Lots of focus. Focus your eyes. Working the back here. Nice spinal twist. And when you're ready, let the hand come down. Foot steps in. And roll yourself up.
Beautiful. Let's go to the other side. All right, so the foot turns outwards. Hand to the hip. You can use your blocks here if you need. Reach up. And as we exhale, we're going to come across the body, right? Cross that diagonal. And as we land, think about still coming with the upper body. Keep twisting. And then maybe lift the hand and revolve. Keeping your focus to find your stillness. When you're ready, just let that hand slowly come down. Back foot steps in and roll ourselves up. Beautiful. I'd like to come right into a squat, malasana. So feet come wide, letting the hips drop down. Hands into the heart, elbows into the knees. So to gently open up the knees. The hips are nice and heavy here as we lift through the chest. Bit of balance with this. Now, Mula Bandha. Let's lift that pelvic floor. Notice how that makes in a little more intensity in this pose. Now, if this is too much for you, a couple of options. You can come up a little bit higher, or you can come lower. You can come with a wide leg child's pose if you want to be more restorative. Feel free to go there. And we're going to add into balance here. Let's bring your left hand down and let the right hand rise. Looking over right shoulder. Lift your pelvic floor. And slowly let that hand come down, and let's switch to the other side. And the elbow is placed inside the knee to just gently open up the knee here. And looking over left shoulder. Stay with your breath. And back into your heart center. Lifting and opening. Nice deep breath. Now let's Mula Bandha, lift. Send the energy right up your spine. And as you release, energy floats down, opens up any blockages. Beautiful. Let's come right down into our child's pose. Sitting back into the heels. Hands are forward or beside your feet, letting the shoulders relax. Find your breath. Let your hands come beside the shoulders. Lift yourself up right onto your hands and knees. Wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Think about lifting your belly here. Let's take the right hand and left leg, reach out, flex your foot, inhale. And as we exhale, come out 45 degrees. Core is strong here. Inhale back to center, bend the knee. As we exhale, hand reaches back to find the foot. Push the foot into the hand and come into half bow pose. Working into the lower back, opening the shoulder. If you can't find your foot, just reach for it. Beautiful back work here. And release. Let's switch to the other side. Making sure your wrist is right under your shoulder, stacking the bones, gives you a lot more strength and stability. Flex your foot, push with the heel, lift your belly here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, 45 degrees. Inhale, back to center. Bend your knee. As we exhale, let the hand float back towards your foot and push the foot into the hand. And release. Let's take that foot and bring it forward. Right into a low lunge. Front foot and back knee are hip distance apart. If you want to roll your mat, double it up, feel free to do that. Blocks can be handy here. You can use them to bring your hands to find stability. The front knee is right over the ankle. If you want more, come on up. And as we come up, I want the hips to sink. I don't want you to come back on the knee. I stay off your patella, come forward. If you want more, let the hands rise, reach up, and sink in. Just working into the back here, opening up hips. Nice belly breaths here. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful. Let the hands come down. Let's switch legs. Actually, before we switch legs, let's let the hips draw back and flex your foot. Just open up that hamstring, sitting back a bit. Get that nice stretch. And let's switch legs. Let's go to the other side. You can again double up your mat here so that it be a little softer on the back knee. Use your blocks here if you need. Let's find the knee right over the ankle. So we're stacking our bones. Now, let the hips sink down. Relax. If you want more, let the hands rise. Shoulders draw down the back and breathe. Beautiful lower lunge here. Really opening hips, lower back. Stay with your breath. Beautiful. Let the hands come down. Let your foot come back. And we're going to go right into Cobra. So the elbows are right under the shoulders. Nice lower back stretch here. And I'd like you to think about maybe drawing yourself forward a little bit, like pulling yourself forward. Nice traction for the back there. And breathe into the belly, ribs, and lower back, especially into the lower back. And as we're here, try to relax your buttocks. And let's pull up the pelvic floor. So pull it in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale and let it go. Let's do that again. Let's do Mula Bandha, a little lift. Inhale. Exhale and let it go and soften. And we'll just let this go here with breath and see if we can just open a little more space into our lower back here and that lower lumbar. Breathe in. And as we exhale, lower ourselves down. Bring one hand on the other and let the forehead come to the hands. Let your feet go wide so each foot is at the corner of the mat. Let's inhale and lift the head with the hands. Upper locust, just working the upper body here. Exhale and lower down. This time, lower locust. Inhale, lift your feet, maybe your knees, maybe your thighs. I'd like you to pull up your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Draw your pelvic bone inward, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale and lower it down. Hands come out to the side. We're going to lift. We're going to reach, extend it out the body. As we exhale, feet come wide and elbows come wide. So reach long, feet together.
Exhale. Reach out. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Bring it down. Let the head come to your hands or look to the side, whatever feels good for you. Let your hands come beside your shoulders, up onto the knees, and let's come into a seated position. And slowly roll ourselves back. Let your hands come beside your hips. Your feet are hip distance apart. Lift your pelvic floor, a little squeeze of the butt. Inhale and lift the buttocks. Pushing into the feet, squeezing the glutes. Notice if your ankles are under your knees. Make adjustments if they're not. And slowly lower the hips down. Let's do that again. Mula Bandha, squeeze your butt, lift the hips. This time I'd like you to intertwine your fingers under your buttocks and get some nice lift through the glutes here, working lower back. If you want more, right leg lifts up. Bend your knee, let it come down. Left leg comes in and up, point your toes, lift, lengthen. Bend your knee, let your foot come back down. Release your hands and slowly let your hips come down 1 vertebrae at a time. Let your knees come in, give yourself a nice hug, little rock side to side. Let's bring your feet down. Take your right leg over the left. Keep your foot flexed. I'd like you to reach through, find your hamstrings, and draw your leg towards your chest. Working hip rotators. Stay with your breath. Let your top leg, right leg comes to the floor, left leg extends, flex your foot, let the hands find the calf. I want you to feel some length now through the back of the legs. Relax your shoulders. If you want more, extend out your right leg. Inhale, lift the chest towards your leg into splits. Think about flexing the foot, really getting some length there through that top leg. And just breathe. And gently let the shoulders come down. Take that leg across the other now. Keep your foot flexed to protect your knee. Hands reach through the hamstrings and draw the leg towards your chest. Some nice deep breaths here. Let the top leg come down, bottom leg extends. Flex your foot, hands come around the hamstring. If you want more, you can extend the other leg. Just let it hover a couple of inches off the floor and draw the chest towards your thigh. Still flexing the foot, still lengthening that leg and finding your breath.
and let the foot come down. Slowly lower the legs. Let's bring your feet together, knees apart, and hands up over the head. Find your forearms, opening shoulders and hips here in a supine position. Now let the breath come deep into the belly now, creating some space, sending lots of oxygen down to the organs. When you're ready, release the hands, release the feet, and let them extend out. We're going to go right into Shavasana. So let the toes turn outwards. Let the hands, the palms of the hands face up so the shoulders can draw down and back. So you can really anchor your pose here. If your back is sore, just bend your knees, bring your feet apart, or lie on your side. I'd like you to really focus inwards now and just notice how the body feels. Notice any flush of energy anywhere. Notice if there's still some stiffness or soreness where you're still holding on. And if you are holding on somewhere right now, if there's a little bit of stiffness somewhere, I'd like you to take all your awareness with your breath and send it to that space in your body to see if we can find some release. Where your attention goes, prana flows, life force. It can be very, very powerful. And as we start to settle in, letting the muscles and the bones get heavy, and noticing where your body touches the floor. The back of your head, the shoulders, your buttocks, hamstrings, calves, heels. And letting all those touch points just start to melt away as they dissolve into the earth. The earth is strong, it can support you, so just let go. And not just physical, but letting go of emotions, anything that's just sitting in your mind that you just need to release. And as we're in Shavasana, if your mind starts to wander, I want you to bring it back to the breath over and over again. Let's take a few minutes here for ourselves to reset, find inner peace, and be at one with our bodies. I'd like you to bring your awareness back into your room and take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bend your knees. Draw one leg into the chest, followed by the other. And let your arms wrap around your legs. Give yourself a nice big hug. Gently let the knees circle around. Just a little massage for the organs and lower back. And circling around in the opposite direction. And when you're ready, I'd like you to just roll onto your side in the fetal position with the knees bent and let the arm rest on your head rest on your arm. And just take a moment there. Notice your heartbeat, the warmth of your body, your breath. Bringing in peace and love and serenity. And when you're ready, gently make your way up to a seated position. Just take your time finding your way there. Thank you, MOVATI, for joining me today. It's been my pleasure to bring this beautiful practice to you. And I hope to see you again next time. So let's hands into heart center. I honor the space in you that is love, light, peace, and respect. When you're in this space and I'm in this space, we are one. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you for joining.